If you've ever wondered what makes garlic thrive underground, the answer starts with what you feed the soil long before the first clove goes in. Garlic is one of those crops that demands rich, well-prepared earth. It needs deep, loose soil filled with organic matter, nutrients, and a thriving microbial ecosystem. But when it comes to building that kind of soil, two amendments often come up: worm castings and aged manure. Both are organic, both are time-tested, and both offer unique advantages. The question is, should you use one over the other, or are they better together? Let's dig in. Garlic is a heavy feeder with a long growing season. Unlike fast crops like lettuce or radishes, garlic sits in the soil for up to 8 or 9 months. During that time, it steadily draws nutrients from its surroundings. If the soil isn't properly prepared, you'll end up with small bulbs, poor clove formation, or disease issues like rot or yellowing leaves. That's why building the soil before planting is non-negotiable for garlic success. What you add today shapes the entire life of the crop. So choosing between worm castings and aged manure, or blending both, can dramatically affect your yield and the overall health of your garlic bed. Worm castings, often called black gold, are a rich humus-like material created by earthworms as they digest organic matter. What makes them ideal for garlic is their ability to dramatically improve soil texture, aeration, and microbial activity, without overwhelming the soil with too much nitrogen. When you add castings to garlic beds, you're introducing a living amendment. It's loaded with beneficial bacteria, enzymes, trace minerals, and plant growth hormones that stimulate root development. Garlic responds particularly well to this because the roots can explore further and draw nutrients more efficiently. Another huge plus is the texture. Castings create a fluffy, well-draining, and moisture-retentive soil, exactly what garlic needs to avoid bulb deformities or rot. Garlic roots appreciate oxygen, and castings help keep the soil loose. They also hold water like a sponge while draining excess moisture, balancing hydration perfectly. For growers in areas with unpredictable rain or clay-heavy soils, that's a game changer. Nutritionally, worm castings provide a gentle but steady supply of nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, calcium, and magnesium. Now let's talk about aged manure. This is not fresh manure, which can damage young plants and spread pathogens. Aged or composted manure has gone through a breakdown process that makes it safe and beneficial for gardens. When it comes to garlic, aged manure brings something crucial to the table: bulk organic matter and microbial diversity. Manure, especially from herbivores like cows, horses, or chickens, adds density to sandy soils and helps break up heavy clays. It improves the soil's ability to hold nutrients long-term and fosters a diverse microbial ecosystem that helps with disease resistance and nutrient cycling. While worm castings are excellent for immediate microbial life, manure offers a broader range of organic material that sustains microbes over the entire growing season. Aged manure also acts as a slow-release fertilizer. It breaks down gradually, releasing nitrogen and other nutrients over time. For garlic, which grows slowly and steadily, this is ideal. There's no nutrient spike that could burn roots or push too much leaf growth. Instead, you get consistent feeding that matches the plant's needs from clove to bulb. Another overlooked benefit of aged manure is its trace elements. Depending on the animal source, you might also get added boron, zinc, or copper, elements that garlic loves in small amounts but often lacks in depleted soils. If you're trying to decide between worm castings and aged manure, the best answer is often both. Castings provide immediate microbial and nutrient support, while manure contributes bulk, long-term fertility, and microbial diversity. The combination creates a balanced soil environment with good texture, excellent drainage, and sustained nutrition. Before planting, work in aged manure a few weeks to a month ahead of time. This allows time for microbial activity to settle and for any residual ammonia to dissipate. Then, as you get closer to planting day, add worm castings directly into the planting holes or rows. This gives your garlic cloves a nutrient-rich zone to establish themselves in right away. If you're growing in raised beds, a mix of compost, aged manure, and worm castings can serve as a complete base. For in-ground beds, adding worm castings near the root zone after planting and top dressing with compost or manure mid-season can keep the garlic fed throughout its long cycle. Garlic prefers slightly acidic to neutral soil, usually around 6.2 to 6.8 pH. Make sure your soil drains well. Standing water is a fast track to rotted bulbs. If you're unsure, Do a simple percolation test before planting. Garlic also needs full sun and hates weed competition, so clear the area thoroughly and mulch after planting to suppress weeds and conserve moisture. Avoid high nitrogen fertilizers after the spring, especially once the bulbs begin to swell. Too much nitrogen late in the season leads to lush greens at the expense of bulb size, so stick to organic options like compost tea or diluted fish emulsion early in the season, and back off as the plant matures. Garlic may be simple to grow, but it's honestly deeply responsive to the care you put into your soil. Worm castings give you precision, a microbial and nutrient-rich boost that stimulates fast root growth and improves structure. Aged manure gives you durability, organic mass, long-term nutrition, and ecosystem stability. Put them together, and you have a near-perfect growing medium that sets your garlic up for success. Whether you're planting hardneck or softneck varieties, the soil you build today will determine the harvest you dig up months from now. Take the time to layer in these organic amendments, and your garlic will thank you with full bulbs, strong flavor, and healthy tops. If this guide helped you take your garlic game to the next level, don't forget to subscribe to Hydrohaven and share this with a fellow grower. Let's build better soil, one clove at a time.